The last of their forces have retreated to the moon's surface. We detect ground forces and weapons installations, as well as the remaining space force. Proceed to their weapons factory and destroy it. Then we will be free to deploy the secret weapon.
I tried to add a sort of weird cadence to the voice there to give it a sort of alien quality. But yeah, let's get a new weapon. Should I upgrade to level 3 with the graviton beam? I think it's okay as it is. The antimatter spray is very useful as a defensive weapon. I've changed the way this works a little because it was kind of too powerful before. I've also increased its cost, so yeah. But let's see. I'm not decided what I want to get. The mine deployer is not really been too popular because it's just, you know, mines. Who cares? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the antimatter spray because you kind of need it for this this level. And I'll just show you it at level 1. There's this little spray going out there. Very useful at taking out these missiles because they're destroyed instantly. Like some kind of antimatter reaction with the fusion cores on the thing. I don't know why I try to come up with some kind of justification for any of this. It's a silly shooter. Let me just show you the upgraded version here. I'm going to switch to neutron blaster and antimatter spray combination. And see, it gives a bit of a wider spray. This is a weapon idea I blatantly stole from, well, 2 places actually. Star Trek Next Generation, when they're fighting the Borg. Spoiler alert, you must have seen it by now. When they're fighting the Borg, they use an antimatter spray as a distraction, but that sounds like it'd be a pretty powerful weapon. Also, it's used by the UMGA in Star Control 2. Which is a more sort of pretty much where I got it from, but you know. I got the name from the Next Generation. You know, it's like I saw that in the thing, and it was like launch the antimatter spray, and it's like it's just this useless fireworks display. It's like, how is antimatter a useless thing? You know. Yeah. Now, as you can see, it's very useful at absorbing enemy fire. See, it's destroying all the bullets that come in. I mean the bullets, and it can also be used as a direct attack, but because it sort of slows down your ship, as you can see, it moves a bit more slowly when I'm firing. So it's more difficult to use as an offensive weapon, which, you know, encourages you to switch to other weapons when things are no longer coming at you. I'm not 100% happy with the background here. I did my best, but I'm not an artist, as you can tell by the sort of semi-passable graphics, but, you know, it's good enough. The cutscenes sort of things between the levels I did in Blender, using my equally limited 3D modeling skills. But I think they have a kind of like 90s look to it. It just makes it a bit more retro, I guess. Anyway. As you can hear, you get a different bit of music for each of the levels, and this one is sort of the most intense because it's like the end of the game. It's quite a short game, really, but I didn't really think there was much more to be done with it, with the sort of the way the game works. It's sort of, you know, I think more of it would have been really just repetition. Now, I'm trying to use the graviton beam as well, but it is tricky to swap out with the number keys and stuff. So, as you can see, it's all I can do to keep these things from killing me. You know, you just kind of need to just hide in the corner sometimes from these bastards, but as you can see, the longer I take to destroy them, the more they will shoot at me, so you kind of get trapped in this cycle if you don't deal with it. But as soon as you get any kind of respite, you should change to a more offensive weapon and just take the fight to them. Oh god. I would have liked to have made some like visible tank tracks on the moon, but I'm not sure how that would have worked because you would have seen them all the way back to wherever they started from, and whatever. Shouldn't be making excuses. I'm quite pleased with the game, really. It's you know, it's a good starting point. It's like my first proper game since Shitty Quest. I mean, Shitty Quest was a decent game, I think, in terms of its story at least, but it wasn't as much of a technical challenge. This was really quite a technical challenge because I've made it in Java with the libgdx game engine, but originally I just tried to make it in sort of vanilla Java, which was a mistake. The performance it wasn't so bad at the beginning, but the more I added, it just became impossible, especially with this per pixel collision detection. You know, I didn't want to use hitboxes because that always leads to, oh, I didn't hit that thing, that's bullshit. A problem with old games, which was because of the limitations. You couldn't have per pixel collision detection. And actually, it's not per pixel. There's like, it samples the pixels. It's complicated. It's not important. But even with the new graphics engine that I got from using libgdx, it is still a bit slow, and it doesn't run as efficiently as it should. But especially when it's doing lots of collisions like this, it may crash or just stutter on some machines. So yeah, that's also why it wouldn't be right to charge for it, really, because, you know, it's a bit jumpy. Yeah, but yeah, I'm quite happy with it, and I know this has turned into a bit less of a let's play and more of a developer commentary, but you know, it's not like any of this is new to me, so I can't really be surprised by it. But is it time I get a new weapon? I think I should upgrade the antimatter spray. Oh, I can't upgrade it. Actually, I think it's alright at level 2. What can I get to show you? I could show you the mine deployer. I kind of like the mine deployer because, but maybe I should get the drone launcher. Thinking. Yeah, the ion accelerator, as you can see, is like the super weapon of the game. It's just, and when you upgrade it fully, it's just completely havoc causing. But I don't think I'm going to have enough energy to show you that. I don't mean personally. I mean, you know. Let's go with the mine deployer. No, let's go with the. I can't. I love all my weapons. I can't decide between them. Yeah, let's go with the drone launcher because the advantage of it is you can sort of just send out a few and then they persist. So you can see they still exist and they follow the mouse cursor. This is one reason why the joystick support wouldn't be doable. So I can switch to the drone launcher, launch a few, then go back to my antimatter spray and, you know, have a sort of offense going on while I'm defending myself from these things. So it can be kind of useful. They do eventually expire, but I've increased their lifespan so they'll be more useful in that way, and the upgrades, rather than increase their effectiveness, do more to sort of just increase their lifespan. So they do move faster at higher speeds, higher upgrade levels though, so they do become more useful in that way too. They work best in swarms. You can, if you keep firing, you can get quite a swarm of them going, and the main advantage of them is that you can have them going at the same time as other weapons. So let's see, let's just try to get a few up here. See, they're more effective as well against bigger enemies because they have more enemy to move through. So okay, next wave. Troop emplacements. Yeah. So you get a couple new enemies on this, mostly the tanks and these sort of turrets. There's a kind of turret in each. Oh god. Now these you really want to steer clear of. Oh god, and I just bashed right into one. You can't destroy those with the antimatter spray, so it's just, you just got to try to avoid it. Oh god, little troops. Again, you got to try to deal with them before they become a problem. My shields are down to half. I've managed to not die in this playthrough, but that could happen. I do die playing my own games sometimes. Now you can slow them down, which is useful. You can also stop the thing from firing with the graviton beam. And I'm hiding in the corner. Help! Oh! Yep. Losing commentary ability because of difficulty. Game hard. Yeah, again, the music is just wonderful. Ah, let's build up some of these. Yeah, I should try to upgrade that if I can, but it's more of a supplementary weapon than a thing to use on its own. But at higher levels, when it fires more rapidly, you can build up quite a significant swarm and do quite a lot of damage. So it's best just to try to switch to it whenever you're not defending yourself, so you can do that. And then, although when I'm looking at where my antimatter spray is going so I can defend myself, I'm not really paying attention to the drones. I'd rather just do this, frankly. So I've already... See, once you've got a fully upgraded weapon, switching to a less upgraded one just isn't very satisfying. So yeah, if I'd played this on easy or super easy, then I could have probably had all the weapons by now. Yeah. These super hard and hard difficulties basically just decrease the checkpoints and your shield power and the amount of energy you start with. So yeah, there's no like reward for going on high difficulty other than just the challenge. God, these things are building up. 10 left in this route. I think I got a shield recharge when I wasn't paying attention, so that's good. Yeah, originally I had like a live system, which is so 1990s, you know. But you know, the live system is such an old concept and just left over from the arcade days, so there's no reason to really do that anymore. Oh, you can't get away. Oh, you can. Grab it on them. Come here. Ha ha! Right. Well, let's see. How much do I need to upgrade the plasma drone? 2,000. I'm going to try that. Oh dear. Long-range missiles. Ha! It's so much easier with this than trying to shoot them down with a laser. Yeah. If you're struggling with this game, you should really go with the antimatter spray. It's like just so useful, even in its current state. I had to nerf it a bit because what's the point in having all these varied weapons if you're just going to stick with one? And why wouldn't you stick with one if it's so much more overpowered? You know, balance is a very tricky thing to do. A lot of making this game was just playing it just so I could balance it out, and that's where playtesters come in very handy. So, enemy is mustering all remaining forces. Yeah. 40 enemies. Yeah. It's this is like the final push. So you don't get the turrets. They don't come back on because you know they're stuck where they are. So you can afford to leave them alone, but all the other enemies will come back. Also, those troop emplacements, you know, the sort of barracks or whatever. That's what I call them in game. I still have a slight bit of a cold, which is why I haven't been making videos. Oh my god! So I'm editing out a lot of my coughs, or at least I hope I remember to. And you may hear my voice is a little bit shit, but I thought it's been long enough since I'd made videos. Yeah. I'm really having to concentrate. Oh shit! No! Oh, I hate those plasma bolts. Why did I make them? There's still 28 enemies left. Damn it! Fuck this game. Who made this thing? I'm not even sure how long this game is to play, even with without any continues or anything. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, kind of running out of things to say about my own game, which is sad. But you know, it is tricky when I'm no. Oh god, am I gonna have to? No! Oh my god! Don't die! Oh, I don't wanna have to spend it because I want to get the upgrade. But I'm gonna have to. Oh shit! That was close. Yeah, the shield recharge just gets recharges the shields all the way, but it's You know, so it sort of encourages you to sort of wait, but that can lead to dying. Oh god! Yeah, this is not what you want to happen. Come on! I should have gone with the ion accelerator. Ion accelerator. I should have had some voiceover for the weapons, because there's a sort of thing you can say in an alien voice that sounds really cool. Yeah. Yeah. I was about to give away the ending accidentally there. I was just going to say, I was thinking there could be some kind of sequel, but possibly not, given the way the game ends. You'll see. But I don't know, I could do something else in the same universe, like, or maybe a different parallel universe or something. Different, yeah, whatever. But like, I like these weapons, and it might be nice to see them in some kind of other format, like a turn-based strategy game or something. Yeah, but it's a shame I didn't get to show you them all. But let's just see. Can I afford anything else? Not really. Yeah. Oh, let's get the mine deployer. Oh, I can't build it. Okay, never mind. Actually, I should be able to get it when I destroy these biomatter domes. Sort of, you know, habitats, and you just sort of turn them into just lifeless dirt, kind of like the crystalline entity. Sort of eerily peaceful just before the, you know, it's like all the moons. This is what they were defending, and there's nothing left. So, oh, I'm so close to 2,000. Oh well, let's get the mine deployer, because this is quite. I really like this just because, well, mainly because of the sound it makes. Like, you launch things like that. Extra upgrades let you have extra weapons. I mean extra mines. And right, this is the last boss. It's a factory. It just keeps building these fighters, tanks, and bombers until you destroy it. You can destroy the actual hubs of the factory, like the sides of it, to stop it producing, which is a good idea, because then it will become easier to destroy. And again, you've got to destroy that dome thing in the middle, a bit like the asteroid base. Yeah, the bosses aren't that too exciting, but you know, it's more just because you have to have a boss. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh shit, no, oh fuck. Oh yeah, look, you get hints for each, yeah. Fortunately, you get a checkpoint just before that happens, so I should use that mine deployer again. That is quite powerful against these things, because you can sort of just keep launching it. It only lets you have 2 mines on screen at once, but if you keep getting destroyed, then you can do this, and it creates this sort of destructive wave that destroys everything else, so kind of useful. Once you get one of those down, it's a bit easier to deal with the other 2. You've also got those turrets on the thing there, because if you destroy all the factory bits, then there's nothing to shoot you unless there's those turrets, which regenerate. So you've got to let it have some continual threat. So yeah, I hope the game has some replay value, just in terms of like trying it out with different weapons. Like, try beating it now without the antimatter spray. You probably won't be able to do it. Yeah, and we've got all the factory nodes things. So let's just keep launching these. They're fairly effective. Yeah, so we're reaching the end, and you're about to see the end sequence, which I can actually talk over because it's not completely voiced, but not voiced at all. So yeah, there's the reactor. Destroy it. The moon will be ours. We can deploy our secret weapon. And here we go. This is animated again in Blender. And as you can see, the secret weapon is sort of a wormhole in the bottom of the ship, which it opens up and then fires a huge, powerful graviton beam at the moon, which essentially increases the effective mass of the moon, causing it to fall to Earth. And that shot of the moon there is actually from Earthrise, the famous NASA picture of Earth from the moon, and so it's kind of disturbingly creepy in that way. So yeah, the idea is that the moon fell to Earth and destroyed it. Although it kind of cuts out before it hits it, so, you know, maybe it just hangs there in the air even bigger. So it's just sort of, haha, we mooned you. That might have been what it was all about, so it kind of leaves it a bit open. Now, this is my favourite of Rickard's music. It's just so beautiful, and it just complements the graphics here by Case of Glass, who you may know from my channel. He's been a long time subscriber, and he very graciously offered to provide artwork for this game, and indeed he's going to be working with me with future games. More on that later, but yeah, I can see some really great things ahead with him as an artist, and yeah, it's going to be great. But like I said, this music is just so doomy and powerful and awesome, and just, I love it. I feel bad even talking over it. If you want to hear more of his music, you can go to the site listed here. And also, if you want to see more of Case of Glass's artwork, you can go to his DeviantArt page there. I just love these images. I mean, it's so cool to see my little UFO thing come to life in these amazing scenes, which are kind of much more impressive than anything I actually created in the game. You know, I imagine this is like the other adventures of that destructive alien ship, you know, in all these fantastic environments. Like, I mean, that's the moon, obviously. It would have been nice to have these kind of cool structures on the moon, but like I said, I'm not much of an artist, so I just did what I could get away with. So yeah, this was the day the Earth got mooned. Thank you for watching, and I hope you played it, and if you haven't, it's probably worth checking out. It's the kind of game that is probably better played than watched, but I thought I'd do a video on it anyway for my Pseudo Retro series. And you can see here the playtesters. Yeah, I could just read out the credits, but I don't think there's much point in that. So yeah, I guess I'll just leave you there with the rest of the music and say thanks for watching. See you next time.